Hi everybody, Claudia here with Healthy Preparedness. In this video, I wanted to tell you about one of the tools that I recommend everybody store in their home storage. I talk about this pretty extensively in my book, Beyond Wheat and Weeds, but I talk about what different kinds of remedies you can be using in it, how to use those, and what to be using it for. So this tool is a simple nebulizer. And the reason why I recommend everybody have a nebulizer, a battery-powered nebulizer preferably, just in case if there's a disaster and you don't have electricity, so on and so forth, is because respiratory illnesses are one of the main causes of death during a disaster. They're spread super quickly, and they're just one of the major causes of death during a disaster. So, there are lots of different remedies that we can take internally and even apply on our feet that will help fight off any respiratory illnesses, but one of the most powerful ways to fight off a respiratory illness is by getting a remedy directly into the lungs. Now, not every one of the 40 remedies that I recommend in my book can be used in the nebulizer. There are only a handful of specific remedies that can be used. Let me see, some of them are ASEA Silver, so a Nano Silver. I've recently run across a new brand. I love the ASEA brand. They're near and dear to my heart, but I always have to give out the best information that I come across. I now recommend a new Nano Silver called Silver Immune Booster. Silver Immune Booster. They're just less expensive, and from what I've researched and heard and read, they're just as effective as ASAP. So you get more for your money, and I just, yeah. Anyway, so ASAP Silver or ASEA. There's a product similar to ASEA that I also use in this that is less expensive than the ASEA, but I've chosen not to talk about that openly just yet. Anyway, but there are other things as well, like grapefruit seed extract. That also is a possibility, using just tiny amounts of that. Even a bit of baking soda, magnesium chloride. I have a magnesium chloride video where I talk about the magnesium chloride, and a certain specific brand of glutathione that just dissolves in water really well, and you can breathe that in as well. So nebulizers are incredibly powerful because they just create a mist from the remedy, the liquid remedy that you've placed in the little storage area of your nebulizer, and it creates microscopic, tiny little minute particles of that remedy that you can breathe in and get directly into your lungs. But here's the cool thing. Not only will it help treat respiratory illnesses, but it also helps with let's see. Well, once it comes to respiratory illnesses, it helps with lung cancer, pneumonia, tuberculosis, emphysema, the flu, chemical poisoning, asthma, bronchitis, and other respiratory infections, and is just a good illness prevention, a good method for any illness. One reason why I love nebulizers is that, okay, not only is it great for respiratory illnesses, but it's also kind of like a substitute to IVs. In that, this is a way to get medicine into your body without having to take it orally on a systemic level. So whatever you're breathing in, you're getting it in throughout your whole body. So in this little container area, there's probably about, I want to say maybe 1.5 tablespoons of a medicine of some kind, whether it's the ASEA or the Silver or some of the other ones that I've listed, that you're able to get into your body without having to take something orally. So if somebody is throwing up a lot and they cannot keep any medicines down, you can just keep this. I mean, of course, you want to make sure they're not throwing up on here, but you can just have this next to them while they're laying down in bed, and they're breathing in the medicine, and they're getting medicine into their body, into their lungs. That is so cool to me. So some other cool ways to use it is to be able to use it for any sinusitis. So any sinus infections, you're breathing this in and you're getting it into the sinuses, and you're just helping to treat the sinuses that way. Or even sore throats or strep throats, by breathing this in, you're getting medicine being put down your throat area, on just your tonsils, your whole back throat area. bronchitis, in any colds and flus. It's just a really great tool to have on hand. Now, this particular nebulizer that I have has been created by a brand called Endeavor, Endavor. I'm having a hard time finding that online though. So what I would do, I'll be researching where some good reputable battery operated nebulizers are, and I'll have that in links below this video or on my blog, depending on where you're watching this from. And but you can look for them as well. And if you find any good resources for battery operated nebulizers, please share them with me, because I'm having a bit of a hard time finding some really good resources where they're still, where they aren't too expensive. This one cost me, I think it was $59, so it was about $60 for this one nebulizer. And I've been so happy with it. I love it, and I feel like it would be such a blessing for us to have in our home storage, especially just regarding some of the illnesses that we may be facing during disaster situations. So when you're nebulizing a remedy, you normally don't want to exceed 10 milliliters of a solution more than 3 times a day. So this is about 10 milliliters right here. And so I would just want to either separate little bits of it throughout the day, just so I'm constantly getting some medicine into my lungs or my throat area or my sinuses, depending on what I'm fighting off. Or just do 3 doses of the 10 milliliters. So I'll fill it up all the way to the top, and then I'll do that 3 times a day and just breathe it in. And normally some tips for using the nebulizer is you want to breathe in pretty deeply. So breathe in nice and deep through the nose, and if you want to get it up in the nose canal and in the sinuses, it's good to breathe it through the nose. If you want to get into the lungs, you want to breathe through the mouth. So you breathe in nice and deep, and you hold it. So you hold it just for like a couple seconds. You breathe out, and then you breathe in again. And but otherwise, really just breathing nice and relaxed here as it's going. Just reading, doing something, because it takes a little while to go through all of that, and it takes some patience to just sit there with this going. But really, it isn't that bad because it takes maybe 8-10 minutes. But you can breathe normal as well. But if you have a pretty severe respiratory illness and you don't have any other doctors or prescription medicines to go to, I would definitely just make sure that you're breathing that in good and deep, as deep into the lungs as possible, because pneumonia usually takes root in the lower area of the lungs. So you want to breathe in nice and deep and make sure that you're getting it into all parts of the lung. And so that is basically it. In my book, Beyond Weight and Weeds, I have thorough instructions as to how to use a nebulizer for all the different remedies that we can safely use in a nebulizer. So you may want to consider saving up for that book, or just turn to that book if you already have it. And if you already have that book, thanks for purchasing it. And that's basically all that I have to share regarding that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.